What's up, y'all? Hey, man, this Cliff. Hey, before I get started, man, look, if y'all like this content, man, would y'all please subscribe, hit the like button. I'm trying to get 500 subscribers, man. I'm getting close, and I know y'all will help me out. And for real, I help y'all out too, man. Y'all, if y'all want me to subscribe, y'all let me know, and I promise you, I'll hit it up for you. And hey, I was gonna tell y'all a little story. Um, Man, I might have put this in one of my old videos from a year or two, but I can't remember. But I'm gonna tell y'all something. We was at Pickens County, supposed to have been in Kilby and all that to a different camp, but got messed up when they put us in Pickens County. So the TV is up on the ceiling. They got a TV up in the corner, and then it's kind of weird. You walk in a door, you walk in the door, and then against you, there's a couple tables right there, and then on the back wall there's 5 racks, and then there's a set of stairs up here that goes up to the top, and there's 5 more racks up there. So it's 20-man dorm. Well, they didn't have cable, they didn't have DVD, they had VCR. This is in 2015. Yeah, and they got VCR, man, and they only had 5, 6 movies tops, y'all. And this, I'm not. I swear to God, y'all, this was the most horrible time. You don't even know. They had they had Karate Kid. Uh, Over the Top was Sylvester Stallone, the arm wrestling movie. They had God dang, what's the Blind Side about the football player Michael Orr. Um, Top Gun, man, Top Gun, God dang. But here's what they done: they would put them movies in, and they would play one, and when it would go off, they would pull it out and stick in another one. And then when it would go off, they'd pull it out and stick in another one. They did that all day. Like, no lie, I remember I could lay on my rack and read a book and not even look at the TV and say every word to Top Gun because I heard it so many times. Like it was unreal, man. I remember one time, this old black man, Mr. Brown, he was one of them old player type dudes, and one of them pay you car note type dudes. You know what I mean? And he come in and he brought in Ip Ip Man, that Chinese fighting dude. I never have watched no kung fu movies, but he had Ip Man 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, and man, I ain't gonna lie to you, um, that dude could fight, man. Supposedly he trained Bruce Lee or something. I don't know if that's true or not, but anyway, so one day we want to watch TV, and somebody had unplugged it, but it was way up high on the thing. Like you had to get a ladder to plug it in. Well, we was gonna cut one day. It was unplugged. We was gonna, plug it up. And Sky was the one in the dorm that I mean, we loved him to death, but we all messed with him. Um, he was just different. He was a good dude. You know what I mean? He was just we all aggravated him and stuff. And so anyway, but he was one of the smallest dudes in there. And so, like he didn't weigh not much or nothing. So we was like, "Hey, Sky, get on so and so's shoulders. They're gonna lift you up. Plug the TV up." He's like, "All right." So he dude lifts Sky up. When he goes to plug it in, the damn thing says, "Pow," arcs up, and fire starts coming out of the plug-ins. Well, dude let Sky down real quick, and I don't know why in the world, but they wasn't 20 of us in there, but 4 or 5 people started going, "Yeah, burn, burn, burn." And so when the guards seen it, they thinking, when they hear them saying burn, 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 they thinking that we didn't set it on fire. They ain't even realized that Sky just accidentally went to plug it up and it arced, and it's, man, they come running in with the fire extinguisher. I mean, just the whole dorm, was like looked like 9/11 when the towers come down. No lie. And so they tell us everybody get butt naked right now. We all had to get naked, and they took us, or no, they didn't make us get naked that time. They said everybody outside, and it was like, man, 100 freaking 5 heat index, and they took us out to that ball court, the same one where when they maced us and made us go out there naked. Well, this day we went out there and it was just hot, man. And I mean hot, hot. Like it was 105 heat index that day. And some people had shirts on, some didn't, you know what I mean? Because like technically during the day you were supposed to wear your state whites from time you get up till 5 o'clock in the evening. Then after 5 you could wear shorts and t-shirt. But during the day you had to have on them whites. So anyway, like they run us out there to that thing. Well, because I didn't know this, but and it may just be down there, I don't know. But if you set a fire extinguisher off in a room, you got to totally decontaminate it, or that's what we were told. So while they're in there getting all this stuff up, wiping it down, they took everything we had in there and trashed it. Legal mail, pictures of your kids, everything. They took everything into. I swear to God, on my mother's soul, man, my dead mother's grave. They took everything in there and trashed it, and then like wiped it down, and then gave us all new clothes and stuff. But it took them about 4 or 5 hours to do that. Well, meanwhile, we was outside, and I guess they was gonna get back at us for setting the dorm on fire, which we didn't set it on fire. It was just an accident. But they so stupid that they ain't stopped and said, "Hey, what's happened?" You know what I mean? They just take us out there and put us in that court. Well, after a while, I'm thinking, man, something ain't right about this. Like, why are we just standing out here, And the jail administrator, who was married to the sheriff, who ended up getting indicted by a federal grand jury because he was keeping the money that the federal government was giving him to feed inmates, us, and he was keeping it. He was feeding us off his farm. We was saying it while we was there. And so his ex-wife was the jail administrator. She got that in the divorce, no lie. Part of their divorce was, you make me the administrator over. She's a nurse, the jail nurse. But when she divorced the sheriff, she told him, put me over the jail, and he did. And but she kept standing out by the gate, and she just kept standing there. And we had heard rumors about this cop in Pickens County, and they called him something, not Superman, or I don't know what they called him, but he was this real big old black dude, like 6'3", but he was about 290, but he could carry it. You know what I mean? Like big old boy. And man, I can't remember what they called him. I don't know what, super cop or something. But anyway, we standing out there, and it'd been about 2.5, 3 hours, something, 4 hours, man. And all of a sudden, I see her look up toward the door, where we was at, the dorm, and she steps back and opens up the gate into where we are. Now I'm almost that way at the back, the farthest from what's coming. But I see her open the gate, and everybody else is cutting up. Like Horton and them's over here trying to talk to these females through the. There's a door there, and they're trying to be. Anyway, they were trying to talk to them females, and so when she opened that gate up, man, here come big super cop or whatever with a taser already drawn up like this. And when he comes out of the door, there's about 3 or 4 deputies with him, and they drawn up too, tasers. And when they come through that gate, they start hollering, "Everybody on the motherfucking ground right now. Everybody down." Well, that ground was about 200 degrees. It was 105 heat index, man. Thank God I had on my shirt buttoned up. Buddy of mine right beside me, uh, man, listen, he had on a buttoned up shirt, but he had it unbuttoned. And I mean, they made you drop down flat out, face first, man. And they kept telling you, don't look up. You look up, we're going to stomp your head, you know. So when my buddy dropped down and that shirt was unbuttoned, man, look here, that portion of his skin, when we got up, he had a welt where he was exposed to that concrete. Like it went from skin being swelled up that high down to regular white skin over here where the shirt covered. Man, it was bad. Like and there was several people didn't have on shirts, and it burned them up bad, man. And then while they doing all that, they're like, "Why y'all set the dorm on fire?" And we was like, "We didn't." And they was like, who plugged the TV up?" And everybody got quiet, man. And like everybody's waiting on either somebody to say Sky did it, or we're waiting on Sky to say it was me. And man, I'd be a son of a gun if old Sky didn't say it. Sir, I did it, and it was an accident. He took the weight, man. And and then we tried to explain to him, look, man, we just plugged it up and it caught on fire. And then they're like, oh. And I'm thinking, y'all couldn't have asked all this before y'all done all this stuff and let it. I mean, like, God dang. But yeah, so anyway, we go back in there, man. They've took everything we had and throwed it away. We had to come back get new boxers, new whites, new everything, new mats, new sheets. And like I said, and it's against the law to throw away legal mail. Like they're not even supposed to touch your legal mail. Seriously, that's yours. Then what you and your lawyer talk about and stuff, your case, they're not supposed to look at it. That's a federal law that you're protected federally by that. But Pickens County don't give a shit. They don't, trust me. And but yeah, man, that place was. I'm gonna tell you, it was, man, it was horrible. When we left there, that's hey, it's so crazy. We used to laugh about it. We was happy to leave there and go to prison. Like, oh my God, dude. They hated us. We were all from Huntsville, and they hated us, man. There was like 6 guys, maybe 7 guys, maybe 10 tops that was not Huntsville, and everybody else was from Huntsville, man, and they hated us. Oh, well, all right, y'all. I'm gonna get out of here. Y'all be good.